If I told you that English tuition in a traditional sense doesn't help children improve their creative writing as quickly as parents are thinking it will, would you believe me? This is what I want to explain. So, about 6 years ago, give or take, I was being contacted by lots of parents who have come across my YouTube channel and, you know, my tuition business, Geek School Tutoring. We are 10 years old and we have students all around the globe at this point, at our venues, face-to-face and online. But one area of concern that so many parents tended to have pre my creation of this system is with creative writing. And in my YouTube videos, you know, I give lots of tips and tutorials on how, you know, to help children improve their creative writing, especially for exams like the 11 plus and in general, because, you know, this is a skill that will go through primary all the way to the end of secondary, because creative writing is an integral part of GCSE English language in particular exams. So I created this creative writing crash course, which is video based, and what that means is that children are shown how to write each different type of writing task. Now, you know, creative writing has become like a catch-all phrase for writing in general, but it really isn't. So we should just say writing task, but everyone says creative writing for everything. But creative writing is when you make up a story, you know, but that isn't all that students, you know, have to produce in writing tasks for school. You know, we have got reports writing, like maybe writing a newsletter article, writing diary entries, writing letters, writing a recount, writing a descriptive piece. I could go on and on and on. You know, there are lots and lots of different types of writing tasks. And I created a video-based course, you know, the creative writing crash course that I mentioned. And I found that those students were excelling much faster than the students that come into our centres and the students who have online tuition. So before we carry on with this amazing video, please remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications so that you will get notified every time a new Geek School video goes up. Enjoy! And initially I was thinking that, okay, maybe these students are just very hardworking and, you know, they're just paying attention in a way that generally when students need tuition for creative writing, many of them hate writing. That's a running theme. They've lost confidence along the way. Many of them don't like reading either, so that doesn't help with coming up with ideas, their spelling, their punctuation and grammar and so on. But I noticed that the students who were taking the creative writing crash course, literally from the first assignment to the second assignment, their writing would improve in a way that I had never seen in centre. Now in centre, you know, they are taught the same thing, but you have like an hour to work with them and so on. And, you know, it's obviously a structured lesson and you go through all the stages and so on. But I got to the understanding that because the tutorials were shorter, you know, if you're expecting a child to watch a tutorial to learn how to write something, it needs to get to the point, it needs to show them what to do, and then the idea is that they just get on and do what they've been instructed to do in the tutorial. So technically they spend less time being taught and being reminded over and over and over again, and basically switching off part way because you know, they already don't enjoy the writing. So literally having to do a whole hour every week, and with some students, parents want more than that, their attention span isn't quite there for that whole hour. And so they maybe miss some instructions, they have to be reminded and so on. But in the short and snappy video tutorials, it literally just gives them a simple guided approach, and then they would submit their work, which with my system means that once submitted, the work is marked on video. So it's literally like watching over the shoulder of a teacher or a tutor, marking the work, but it's verbal and they can see the corrections being made. They can see parts of their work where it's, really excellent, they should continue doing, and so on. And I found that students who actually, their parents had reported that they hate writing, they don't think they're good at writing, or their writing is just all over the place, literally would just excel in leaps and bounds. And the time scale between first assignment and second assignment could literally be, like 72 hours, 3 days, or 4 or 5, depending on the child's schedule and so on. And I just felt like I was watching a living miracle each and every time. It's actually very, very, it fills me with the kind of joy I just don't understand. I do. I definitely understand the kind of joy, but I was shocked. It's like watching a miracle happen. Children who don't punctuate properly, some of them, a lot of students when they start the course do not even paragraph. Some of them don't understand how to paragraph, and yet by the second assignment you can see that their work has completely transformed. So here I am, the managing director of a tuition business that has a lot of students who have English lessons and so on, and I'm saying here in a video that is open for the world to see that there is a better way to help your child with their creative writing than having an English tutor or a creative writing tutor where they sit with them for an hour and so on. The better way is the tutorials, and then having that really detailed feedback on their work submitted back to them in a way that they can see the errors. It's a way that some children don't even get in school on a weekly basis, and sometimes tutors don't actually feed back to students. Some of them will literally just mark the work and grade it, put some comments in, and your child is expected to look at the red marks or the green marks or whatever colour, and just to decipher, where they've gone wrong on their own. That's not what happens with the Creative Writing Crash Course or the Writing Warriors course. I know the names are amazing, aren't they? That I have for students who are preparing for the 11 plus exams, or students who just either need to improve their writing or love writing and want to take their writing to the next level. Additionally, it's cheaper than having a tutor. So the crash course actually, it's basically 12 to 14 weeks to do, basically. And within 12 weeks, your child would have submitted all the core writing tasks, and then they have 2 optional writing tasks that they can choose to submit and so on, and then they're finished. With the Writing Warriors course, it's for parents who want their children to have that consistency of writing, so they can submit a writing task a week. There's an option for parents who literally just want the resources, and you're happy to do the marking yourself, and so literally it's just something that your child can log on to, enjoy the video tutorials, do the writing task, and you mark it yourself. That we've got the options there. But generally, I'm still amazed at how quick students grasp all the skills needed. So I put this out there to say that if you're a parent who is, you know, really concerned about your child's writing, and maybe you've used several creative writing tutors and you haven't seen the results that you would love to see in your child's writing, you know your child has the ability, you just want to see, you just want somebody, you know, who can understand them and help them. These are things that I get asked and told all the time by parents. I would definitely try, you know, our creative writing crash course or the Writing Warriors course, because it's very different. And because it uses so much technology, children are quite open to it. You know, if you've got a child who doesn't want to have tuition, you're having to convince them to go to tuition, you're not enjoying the process and so on. This can be done in your own home. It can be done on holiday. They can watch the tutorials on their iPad or gadget in the car, you know, in between extracurricular lessons and so on, so that it's not so it's not burdensome or too intense for your child, basically. So, you know, I really encourage you to have a look and see. You can actually try out our free creative writing course to have a look at the quality of the video tutorials and so on, and then decide what is the next best approach, you know, whether you try the crash course or the Writing Warriors. So, you know, wherever you're watching this, there'll be a link in the description. Please go ahead and click it so that you can get some more information and help your child's creative writing progress and journey reach the level that it definitely can. Thanks for watching. Do you need help with your writing? Don't forget to check out Geek School Tutoring's online writing courses at www.the11plusessay.co.uk. We have everything from creative writing courses to English comprehension courses and English grammar and punctuation courses, just to name a few. Remember to like, comment and subscribe to our channel, and to switch on your notifications so you know when our next video goes up. Bye. Collins,